What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to Fighting Fire and Fire, the AJ Rose Show. This is our NFL preview part 3. Today we are previewing the AFC West and the NFC West. Starting in the AFC West. Again, the AFC West and the NFC West are, in my opinion, the two worst divisions in football, so it's going to be very fun to break them down. Starting in the AFC West, I think the Chargers are probably going to, again, run away with this division as they have the last couple of years. However, they are going to take a step back. 3 of their main guys, their elite receiver, Vincent Jackson, their elite defenseman, Sean Merriman, and really the unsung hero of the whole team, Marcus McNeil. Not a lot of people know about him, but he does incredible things for that team. They're all holding out, and what that's going to do is take them a step back. And they did sign Patrick Creighton today, the receiver from the Cowboys, to try and fill the void that Vincent Jackson left. But I don't think it's going to make up enough. I think Phillip Rivers is perennially a regular season quarterback and is not a clutch performer in the playoffs. However, that team will go 11-5 and win the division. The Raiders and Chiefs are both going to take steps forward. I think the Raiders could finish as high as 8-8, and the Chiefs could finish as high as 7-9. Jason Campbell is a massive upgrade over Jamarcus Russell at quarterback for the Raiders. If they get just a little bit out of their 2 potential draft busts, Darius Hayward-Bay and Darren McFadden, then that offense will have a decent amount of weapons. They got a blue chipper like former Patriot Richard Seymour on defense. The Kansas City Chiefs were a really young team last year. They're a year older, a year better. They've been rebuilding for a little bit. Matt Castle's probably going to take another step this year, although I don't think he's going to get much better than where he is right now. And as for the Broncos, I think Kyle Orton really hit his ceiling last year. I don't think he's going to be as good as he was last year. It was kind of a perfect storm for them to start out 6-0, and they still ended up collapsing and showing their true colors, going 8-8. This year, they're probably going to finish more like 6-10. They lost Brandon Marshall, their elite receiver. That defense is really old. So, yeah, I got the Chargers finishing first in the AFC West. In the NFC West, it's really up for grabs because there's no established quarterback. The Seahawks have an aging, injury-prone veteran in Matt Hasselbeck. The 49ers have as yet unproven potential former number 1 pick Alex Smith. The Cardinals, now that they're getting rid of Matt Leinart, are going to have Derek Anderson, who has been absolute shite ever since he had his 1 Pro Bowl year with the Browns. And finally, absolutely untested, another number 1 pick, Sam Bradford for the Rams. The Rams are going to finish better than they did last year simply because they had nowhere to go but up. They went 1-15 last year, and they're probably going to finish somewhere like 3-13 or 4-12. The Seahawks are probably going to finish, 6-10. The team's not a bottom feeder, but they're really not a contender either. I don't really. It's simply because they don't have any names on the team. I feel like you can't be a division contender in the NFL if you don't have some big time names on that team. And other than TJ Houshmandzadeh, who's kind of disappeared since he went there, I can't. And Lofo's Tupu on defense is kind of old. I can't really name anybody on that team. Which leaves the Cardinals and 49ers. Now, the Cardinals could steal this division because if Derek Anderson returns to the form he had a few years ago with the Browns. That's the only way they win that division. Otherwise, I think it's the 49ers to lose because they got the best running back in the division, Frank Gore. Alex Smith showed signs last year that he could be a good quarterback, and I think he's going to take strides this year. Vernon Davis had a monster year. Michael Crabtree is going to be a second-year guy. He's going to improve. So I got the 49ers winning the NFC West and the Chargers winning the AFC West. This has been Fighting Fire and Fire, the AJ Rose Show. Your question of the day is, which is actually the worst division, the AFC West or the NFC West, and why? Leave your comment in the video. And tomorrow we will wrap this up with the AFC South and the NFC South. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.